I've been seeing a lot of hand wringing and pearl clutching on social media about so called work avoidance behaviors. What does that mean? Well, by now you've probably heard of quiet quitting, which is a clever term for people doing exactly what's expected of them in their jobs. And I think it's meant to convey people doing the bare minimum at work instead of going above and beyond. And recently I heard a new one, quiet vacationing, which is another clever term, this one to describe when people take time off from their jobs without explicitly asking someone's permission. And I think it's meant to convey that people are secretly breaking the rules to get much needed time away from their jobs. And the questions people ask me seem to be some version of, "What's wrong with kids these days?" Or, "How do we put a stop to these outrageous behaviors?" And I know that the folks wringing their hands, clutching their pearls, asking these questions are good humans, overwhelmed by the challenges of leading and managing in complex environments amidst a gazillion competing pressures. And so my heart goes out to everyone. But I think we're also missing the real human-centric leadership opportunity here. When we seek to correct or punish bad behaviors, we aren't appreciating the fact that these behaviors come from pain and dehumanization. In nonviolent communication, Marshall Rosenberg encourages us to go beyond judgment to try to understand unmet needs. And I believe these so-called work avoidance behaviors are expressions of unmet needs. As leaders, our job is to help our fellow humans become the best versions of themselves through their work. And in order to do that, we need to understand our fellow humans' unmet needs. And that's the principle behind the empathize discipline in the 6-part leadership framework in my book, Stop Engaging Employees. When we don't feel valued, respected, or taken care of at work, we protect ourselves. When our workplace ignores our needs, aspirations, fears, and motivations, we calibrate our contribution to protect ourselves. And this self-protection might look like quiet quitting or quiet vacationing. Now, in an attempt to change things, we as leaders could choose to punish these so-called work avoidance behaviors. But that's the path of further dehumanization, and it won't lead us as fellow humans to the satisfaction, fulfillment, self-actualization, flourishing, and liberation that we all want and need. So instead of correcting or punishing bad behaviors, we as leaders need to try to understand our fellow humans' unmet needs and try to figure out how we can help get those needs met.